So Living Streets welcomes the GCP's recognition, finally, that walking and wheeling is the most common mode of transport in the city. We now need a GCP strategy to translate that evidence into action. The National Walking Survey of 2019 found that 31% of over 65s has stopped walking, and 48% would walk more if pedestrian environments were safer. We find it offensive that the GCP will fund expensive technological fixes, such as Starling crossings, but not invest in improving key walking routes across the city. Designating some key walking routes as investment routes will enable GCP to resurface key sections of pavement, as well as installing micro gardens, benches, and removing pavement obstructions. This aligns with the GCP strategy and investment work elsewhere that's included resurfacing roads in the course of developing new projects. It would not undermine the relationship between the GCP as infrastructure and county highways as maintenance. GCP could pioneer a response to National Living Streets research of 2023 that exposed the economic cost of outdoor falls to the NHS and social care. Costs difficult to assess because a defined road traffic injury must include a vehicle. RTI statistics therefore don't include pedestrian accidents, and they often go unreported to local authorities and in hospital admissions. Living Streets has existing case studies of need and benefit to contribute to a quick wins programme and welcomes constructive discussion with the GCP. Our question is whether the GCP will take up the challenge to respond to what people struggling to walk in our city have clearly stated that they need: decent walking routes to stations, to workplaces, to shops, and to other amenities. And will you ensure that your ideas for quick wins are grounded in people's walking and wheeling lived experience, so that the GCP becomes a champion and a model for transforming the pedestrian environment? Thank you.
Taking the Living Streets question first, so the paper does suggest that although the GCP schemes will greatly benefit people walking and wheeling in those areas, there is more that could be done to enhance the general environment. And in particular, as suggested in the question, the GCP could look further at key routes to and from stations, schools, other locations. And that will be important for everyone, but especially for vulnerable road users. And as such, there would be an overlap with this work and the work that is also suggested in the paper around accessibility. So subject to the discussion at the Joint Assembly, the decision of the Executive Board, if we did want to look further at this, Office would develop some quick win options for potential improvements, including, for example, better walking routes to our rail stations. And as that, we would be happy to receive and discuss the Living Streets case studies.